The whisper before creation. Have you ever noticed how silence holds more answers than noise ever could? In a world drowning in distractions, silence has become rare, almost uncomfortable. Yet, within it lies a portal, a sacred space untouched by time or thought. This is not mere quietness. This is the language of the divine. When you close your eyes and breathe, when the world fades and there's only you what remains, silence. And in that silence, something ancient begins to awaken. It is here that the divine speaks not in words, but in presence. We scroll, respond, consume, repeat. Every second is filled. Every moment is monetized. We are never truly alone, not even with ourselves. It is fullness without sound. Not in commandments, but in communion. The noise of the world and the hunger of the soul, we wake up to alarms. We check our phones. But deep inside, the soul remembers something older, something purer. It longs for a connection that the world can give. Silence is not emptiness. Sages sat for years without speaking in the deserts. Prophets wandered alone with nothing but silence for company. It is the space where your soul breathes freely. It is the gap where the divine enters unnoticed. In silence, your thoughts don't disappear. They soften. Your fears don't vanish. They dissolve, and your spirit, it rises. Silence in the ancient traditions, long before we had religions, rituals, or sacred texts, silence was the first temple in the caves of the Himalayas. In the still waters, monks watched the wind kiss the surface and called it prayer. Silence was never an absence. It was always a presence. Buddha found enlightenment under a silent tree. Jesus retreated into the wilderness to be alone with silence. Mystics, shamans, seekers, they all entered silence, not to escape the world, but to meet the divine face to face. No phone, no music, just you and your breath. Let thoughts come, but don't hold them. Let them pass like clouds. Studies show that just 2 minutes of silence is more relaxing than any music, because the voice of God is not a shout. It is a whisper, and whispers can only be heard in silence. The science of silence. Modern neuroscience is finally catching up to what mystics knew for centuries. Silence changes the brain. It waits. It boosts memory, reduces stress, and regenerates brain cells. But beyond the biology, silence heals the soul. It slows the rhythm of the mind and lets the heart speak. When we stop talking, we start listening. Not just to others, but to life itself. In the stillness, we realize we are not our thoughts. We are the awareness behind them. How to practice sacred silence. Listen, there's a doorway in the silence, and the divine is already there, waiting for you. Subscribe. Share this knowledge with those you love. Every subscription and share strengthens our collective awareness, and together we rise spiritually. If this journey touched your heart, write the word Ubuntu in the comments. Because when you write it, you acknowledge your light and step into a new path. This channel is not just a channel. You don't need a cave. You don't need a monastery. All you need is intention. Start with 5 minutes. Notice the space between the thoughts. That space is the doorway. With time, silence becomes your sanctuary. A place where the world fades and the truth remains. Practice walking without rushing, eating without distractions, listening without waiting to reply. Each moment becomes a meditation. Each breath, a prayer. The divine in the quiet. The divine does not compete with noise. Patient, gentle, eternal. It lives in the pauses, in the in-between, in the unsaid. It waits for us to return, not through effort, but through surrender. Silence is not an escape from the world. It's a return to who we are beneath it. So next time the world gets too loud, don't react. Love is and always will be the truth. Awaken and remember who you are. Live your essence. It's a movement, a family of souls awakening. If you feel the call, join us, subscribe. Share this knowledge with those you love. Every subscription and share strengthens our collective awareness, and together we rise spiritually. Every subscription and share strengthens our collective awareness, and together we rise spiritually.